to my dance money. I can say, why dear girl?
Man from the Leo, GK, but really boiled down to key 10 my ratio. Puffing up and up in my grace like inspirations. I got assurance, so I know that I pay. I check the life lane, but how the four plays in full blood, suffering in the day.
Welcome back to Camera Farmer. British summertime is over. The clocks have changed. Everyone's miserable. The dark nights are here. Everyone's more miserable than ever. But to celebrate this, I want to go out at night again. But this time, using the Camp Snap in colour. I think I've done it before in black and white, which is really good. But what I don't know about the colour one is how the noise affects the image. If it's going to be, because black and white, the noise on the Camp Snap looks great. It looks like old film. But the colour, I know it can shoot well, but the kind of pictures I'm wanting to do, I don't know if it could really cope with it. And what they are is high contrast. A little area of light, a lot of black. A little overly dramatic or whatever, but we'll see how it works. I really discovered it by accident one of the times I was out taking pictures, where taking pictures at night, I'm as guilty as anyone doing the cliches of long exposures, the corner of buildings with neon and whatever. But the Camp Snap makes you take pictures really differently. And I found some places, not far from where I live, there's a little path that goes down a hill. And it has some lampposts and everything around is black. And the Camp Snap actually works really well taking pictures of that, especially in black and white. So I'm waiting to see what it looks like in colour. I'm going to use the vintage filter to see if that works and if the noise is kind of okay. But even if it's not, you know, that's not the point of the Camp Snap, having this perfection. It's about getting out and, you know, enjoying pictures. Some of my best pictures I've actually taken with the Camp Snap were at night. I was going through the city centre and I was just holding the camera this height and facing out the side as I was walking past some cafes with people in the front having their meal or whatever. And when I took those pictures, they were all blurred, but they looked fantastic. I was really, really happy with them. So the Camp Snap can really perform well in the dark. You can get stars. You can actually get points of starlight with the Camp Snap. There was a set of pictures I took. There's a football stadium in Dundee. And one night it was a little bit foggy. The lights were shining up with these huge beams and it looked fantastic. But above the fog, I got the stars behind it as well as that light as well, which was totally unexpected from a plastic camera. But it worked really well and they look great. So what I'm going to do is go out tonight. This is the morning now, so I'm going to wait all day till it gets dark, which is earlier now, which no one likes. But I'm going to go out and look for the more high contrast shots, where a single light with a lot more dark, and just see how they look. I mean, I've done it before, certainly black and white, but I think we need to push it with the vintage filter and colour and see how that turns out. And I will do my best, but I can't promise anything, to avoid the cliche shots. But you know what we're like. We'll all take them because they look cool. But I will do my best. I will look for more contrasty shots with more black and less light, just to be a bit more artistic, which the Camp Snaps make you be. There's more art involved than there is science. Photography is always 50% art, 50% science. Because this does it all for you, and you don't really need to think about it, it's a lot more art involved, which I like. That's a real appeal of the camera. So, I'll have to wait a few hours, but let's get out there. Okay, we're now out in the dark. It's not as cold as it was during the day, surprisingly, so that's something. But we'll see how this camera performs in the dark now. So I'm using vintage filter on this. And I'm coming up to this area that has some shops at it because it's quite well lit. And I was hoping to get some images of, as I was saying, the contrast seems to work quite well. I don't know if it's going to work well at the moment, but we'll give it a go. And as always, I genuinely don't look through the viewfinder on these. It just seems to be more fun to just get a shot by luck. Take some of the cars. I don't know if it'll overexpose them, I have no idea what it'll do. That's a nice shot if it works out. Got the traffic lights, they look good. I'll try and get a shot in the middle of the road, see if that works. I'll do it while walking. Oh no, I could stop. Okay, that looks okay. Oh, reflection in this glass here. These are actually all good testers for this. Oh, there's some nice light there. Let's see if I can shoot this. And like that, these are just going to come directly off the camera. I'm not going to do anything to these. Oh, the car lights are lighting up that building. That's a bit of an opportunity there. That worked out well. I hope that turns out. As I'm sure a lot of you know, when you're driving now, LED lights behind you can be really blinding, but for taking pictures in the street they can come in really handy. So it seems. Oh, this is nice here. See if this turns out. I think what's really helping me is that it was raining today, so the streets are really wet and there's a lot of reflected light, which is looking great. Try and get some cars in the shots, but their tail lights are really red, so yeah, these lights are really shining up this building. I'll try and get that again. See when something else comes round. And of course, nothing's coming. Brilliant. Well, walk on to the next one. I find shooting with cam snaps at night really satisfying. Oh, this looks great here. I just hope it picks up. This looks really nice. This is beautifully lit. Okay, I've went from complaining about LED streetlights to really liking them all of a sudden. Okay, these look good. Oh, there's a really bright red door here. I'll see if I can get some colour off of that. I maybe should have done this in standard colour instead of the vintage, but we all know the vintage looks fantastic on it, and that's why we got these cameras in the first place, because we're all nostalgic for a time we can actually barely remember. So I come up here a lot and shoot this building because the stonework on it's really old and it just looks so nice with this light. You get to really see it, all the shadows in it, which is really nice. I like to say, this is just not too far from where I live, so you don't need to go particularly far to find something interesting. I mean, I say it every week, it's just like the mundane is cool. We can't just wait for the spectacular moments in life, you know? You're waiting forever, and when you do, you'll miss the shot. So take pictures of everything. Oh, here's a nice blue. Let's see if this turns out. That's nice. The one good thing is, all the lights here used to be sodium, and all you would have seen is orange, where now you actually have colour at night. I think everyone forgets how difficult it was to see with sodium lights. So light across here, let's see how that looks. There's some nice coloured brick on it and a red car. Because I'm really not sure if you're even, if this doesn't work and the pictures don't turn out, I'm going to put them up as is, so you could see my failures as well, which make up a good 90% of my pictures. Oh, this is nice. This is the sort of thing I was talking about, this sort of view where there's just this slab of light in the middle and dark on either side. It works really well. Well, hopefully with the black and white camera. Up here is a park, but in the park I think it's too dark, and there's a car park where people go and do all sorts of not so good things. I don't think that'll be so good that way, so I'm just going to head back down to the main street. This looks really well lit here. This is nice. I always like these sheds because they're absolutely wrecked. You know, you could hire these in this condition. I think it's a bit of a cheek to charge you for them, but you know, be aware there's a camera on it. Yeah, right. Camera would be stolen. It's the most expensive thing here. Oh, there's some colour here. There's blue container here, and over here some of these, the back of the houses looks really nice. Oh, that's nice. Well, let's shoot. Will that work? It's probably too much light. We'll see. It's quite nice. And just shooting up towards lampposts seems to work. Usually. Well, that's nice. Let's see if that works. And the thing is, it's like, even if it's blurred, I mean, you know I love blurred pictures, but even if it's blurred, then that's fine. We're just out experimenting, aren't we? To know the capabilities of the cameras. Okay, well, I think that's me done. We'll see how this turns out, and remember, just get out, take pictures, have fun, take pictures of boring things and make them beautiful. That's why we're doing this. Oh, maybe this way, and one up this way. Okay, until next time.